Ramanand Ji, my question to you is, for the first time, a lot of MLAs have started to write. Earlier, the impression was that only cookie MLAs have expressed dissatisfaction. Now, even Maiti, the dissatisfaction with the current dispensation, and I'm making it party and ethnicity neutral, has become across the board. How do you read into this, sir? Ramanand Ji.
See, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. See, now, after more than 45 days, if the situations are not, is normal, so people have started losing the faith. Even the politicians, whatever they may say, but they also feel that this is too much. Even in government, the MLAs or whatever they are doing, they are helpless. It's to be honest. The whole system is in a collapse. This is in the chaotic situations. Whatever they can do is they will go to the Delhi and they will meet some, ministers, and Prime Minister is totally, ignoring them. It's very sad to say that our Prime Minister do not have even 5 minutes to meet our elected member. It's very sad to, hear these kind of news. But the fact is, even our MLAs are helpless. Our elected members are helpless. So that's why whatever they can do, they want to, at least communicate with the union ministers about the situations and the seriousness of situation. The thing is, if the MLAs are helpless, then what about the common people like us? We feel that government is totally failed in their own functioning. Till now, there is no concrete step or concrete solutions which seems to be in place. So therefore, people are angry. That's why I am not supporting the mob burning the minister's house and the MLA's house. But what to do? They are dying. People are dying. People are starving. They don't have much food to eat. They don't have much income to support their family and children. They are living in this relief camp. Those who are not also living in a relief camp, they can't go for a field for field work, and they are earning. That thing is there.
Basically, Ramanand Ji, you are saying that you are saying that the ordinary life has completely been disrupted and nothing much has been done on this.
Absolutely.
On this, I would like to join both Timothy Chongthu and Mr. Sudhakar Jee, Major General Sudhakar Jee. Timothy, now Maiti MLAs approaching the Prime Minister office. How do you read into this? It just goes on to show that even lawmakers have come on a same platform that something drastically needs to change at the top.
So this is very clear. Since the beginning, the law and order is already out of control. So out of the 10 MLAs, now the other MLAs are also following up with PMO office stating that the law and order has, not in order, and there is a need for President's rule. So I think why there is an objection for President's rule now when they all agree that the law and order is not proper in the state. So I think if all the lawmakers and the MLAs have in unison stated that things are not in order, it's been more than 45 days or 40 days that this violence has not ended, and till now it has been ongoing. So why not bring an end to this? Why not, do something as such as President rule so that the center can directly control the law and order situation and at least bring peace in the state.
Sudhakar Ji, very patiently waiting with us. Sudhakar Ji, there is a political development which has taken place. You must have heard, sir, which is last 24 hours, very, very important. People meeting Rajnath Singh, memorandum being sent to the Prime Minister's office. Sudhakar Ji, Nishikant Ji is with us. He's going to shed light what is happening. But there's also multiple movements in context of new defense strategy. For example, buffer zones, to create a buffer zone. And yesterday, Nishikant Ji was telling me something very important. He said that you have to understand that the violence is taking place where the hill ends and the plains start. and the corresponding violence then takes place in the plain areas, and the sniper weapons are being used. You know, in the theatre of militancy, how do you see that, the use of sniper weapons?
Good morning, Kartikeya. I'm Major General Sudhakar Jee, and ideally speaking, okay, let me compliment all the previous co-panelists, and you particularly, you have been very passionately steering a subject which is turning out to a very big challenge as far as the national integration is concerned. And not many channels are doing it as you are doing, I would say. You and your team, kudos and compliments. Okay. Now, let me come, ideally speaking, for a subject like this and the situation obtaining on the ground, no military officer should come on the media. But mindful of the consequences, I still would like to appeal to the brothers and sisters of Manipur that whatever I'm trying to say, if Kartikeya gives me time, please listen to it peacefully. Try to understand. Try to understand that there is a bigger design which is being unleashed by forces inimical. A closest parallel I would like to share, the Ukraine and Russia's conflict, which is ongoing for past 15 years, 15 months or more. There are forces inimical which are triggering the conflict and let it continue till eternity. They're clapping, they're enjoying the conflict. So there is a third party. Please try to understand, and let me also take this opportunity. If this book is visible, kindly see the name of the book, and author is him. Those of you who are impatient, losing faith in our own nation, and the spirit of, I would say, bonding and camaraderie, please go through this book. It is not me who's speaking. There is somebody who has done a correct research. And all I would like to say, unless you come back for the second round, Kartikeya, that we need to identify the correct problem. What is the correct problem? Problem can be identified into a short-term or immediate one, into a mid-term, and into a long-term. So what is the short-term problem that we need to address? Is it that the president's rule or governor's rule which is going to give us, which you want? Or it is our aim and objective, the end state should be peace and harmony. If peace and harmony, then why is the state security apparatus is failing to achieve? What is stopping the government of Manipur to apply the resources which it has got under its wings and ensure that the peace and normalcy is restored at the earliest? That is the moot question which we have to answer. Then we'll talk about the midterm and the long term, because a problem which has been festering for so many years. I don't think I'll be wrong, having read so many literature in past 1 month. For I think it's over 2,000 years or maybe even more. You cannot actually bring it to an end. And for 8 to 9 years of peace and normalcy or reduced scale of violence, what made this reduced scale of violence suddenly erupt on 3rd of May or after that? There are no linkages. I am not favoring either Maitai or cookies. They all are my friends. My colleagues are there. There are soldiers and officers. We all belong to one country. There is a third party, ladies and gentlemen. We need to understand what is this bigger design. Kartikeya, if you have time, you can come back to me. I'll explain.
No, obviously, I will come back to Sudhakar Ji, and I will read the book. I have already written down the name of the book. It's I think everyone should read it. The Great East Game by Bertil Lintner. I think a lot of great game is spoken about in context of Central Asia. I think very little is understood in context of India's Northeast and Southeast Asia.